Man,
Welcome back.
I really wanted to start it like that.
I'm in a turn up mood. I don't know about you. I'm kind of in a turn up mood right now. I have been. I feel like the past few months I've just been like.
I gotta check. Man, when was the last time we recorded? It's been
too long.
Hot minute.
Too long. Because first,
I feel like two lifetime spans has passed.
Well, because first, we only took like a 1 or 2 week break, and then I moved.
The last time we recorded was September 26th.
Yeah.
Dang, we went all of October and November.
Yeah, because we moved in the house like October 1.
Yeah, we couldn't find the mic.
And then the mics were gone.
And then there was like 2-3 weeks I was out of town.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. So much happened in 2 months. That's wild. But we back.
Yes, sir.
I'm guaranteeing the next 3 weeks to finish out the year.
Straight.
We got episodes for y'all.
Yes. Content.
If you've been asking me, yo, where they been at? Yo, we here. FCC try to get us, but nah, Narcs try to get us, but now we out here, bro.
Twitter accounts really getting banned out here, bro.
Yo, they getting banned.
Getting banned, like...
Yo, shout out to Devan Smith. He's been banned like at least 3 times already.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy. My man, I feel like he on the FBI watch list or something. Homie.
The crazy part about him is he get banned without getting reported.
Yep.
That's impressive, bro. Because it's not like Twitter's watching.
Yeah.
And Twitter watches. They do. They got bots. But like to get banned without getting reported.
No, that's
like multiple times. Like that's
crazy.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
So.
Nah, it's wild. Bro, so much happened in the past 2 months. Last time we recorded, NBA ain't even start, right?
We were in the preseason. Because I was sick of watching Warriors-Laker games.
Oh, yeah. That we stayed playing y'all like 6 times.
Yeah, bro.
In preseason.
And what new have we learned? Nothing.
Bro, so this is what we just gonna go hot take style, back and forth.
I'm down.
I ain't take no notes. Whatever just comes to my mind. Well, I did take some from...
I got topics.
I got some that I took from when I thought we were going to record like a month ago.
Right.
So I might toss some of that in there.
That's straight.
But just, anything that comes in mind...
Yeah, I'm not even going to put too much thought into it.
Throwing it out there. Started off with, AD, LeBron, Lakers. I mean, LeBron was a Laker last year. AD a Laker this year. Bro, it ain't. It's unfair. It's unfair.
Different, ain't it?
It's unfair.
First time I went to Charlotte because the year KD signed, I had not watched the team live. I saw them the year after in 2018, when the year they won the second one.
Yeah.
That joint was unreal, bro. Like, it wasn't... I had already watched the championship and damn near 2/3 of a season. Mm-hmm. And I watched them play together in person, and I was like, yo, KD a Warrior. So like it's crazy watching AD as like as a Laker, because I'm like,
yeah, no, it's wild.
I couldn't imagine what it'd be like being a fan of the team.
I might have been only able to watch like one game, like mostly through, but like with them being out in the West, but like I mean we 18-13 right now. I'm pretty sure something like that, and we're playing Utah right now, and we waxing them. So them boys is crazy. AD right now running away with Defensive Player of the Year. He's been like filthy just as far as on the boards, just all over the place. He had one of them where he closed out on I saw a highlight. He closed out on a player late, and dude pump faked. So AD goes past flying him, but you know how long he is, recovered and still blocked the shot.
Right.
Pump fake, recovered, blocked the shot. I was like,
so this is what I've been trying to like, because I will admit, there was a gap. Not a gap in talent, but a gap in collective talent, like on single teams.
Yeah.
And one thing that I do feel very fulfilled in as a Warrior fan, and we'll get to kind of as quickly as I possibly can to where I'm at as a Warrior fan, would be having the worst record in the league. But one way in which I'm fulfilled is all the people who have exposed themselves on like supposedly wanting parity and supposedly like wanting like even spread across the league. Because I was telling people in the preseason, I'm like, first of all, this this advertisement that the Western Conference is wide open is a bald-faced lie, and it's the Lakers and the Clippers.
Yeah.
I don't know who was ever trying to convince us of the Denver Nuggets. Like,
Yeah.
okay, shout out to Jokic, but that's it. Like,
Yeah. When it comes
what?
like, I mean, and it's still early in the season where like, you know, you can't really judge the team. The season begins after Christmas break,
Right.
which we're like 2-3 weeks away from that.
Yeah.
That's when it really begins, and then really you start to see the playoff teams break out after the All-Star break. So in 2 weeks, and then in February, we're really gonna start to hone in, and that's when people really start actually watching the games. At that point, but gonna leave it at that. We took too long on that. We're gonna keep flying through. Just knock out all the NBA topics right now. James Harden and Russell Westbrook
are exactly who we've been trying to tell y'all they were.
Exactly who it is. That's gonna like Harden's gonna be the same thing that happens to him as always. He's gonna be exhausted come playoff time, and then Russ is gonna get you buckets, but he's super inefficient, bro. The game they played yesterday. I think they played. What team was it that they had the whole like? Oh no, they're playing the Spurs, and that's when. First of all, man, they're the most clown ass franchise.
The whole organization, bro.
Just like they down there with the Browns as far as just like buffoonery and just like they basically had this thing where James Harden had a dunk that went in and then came out, and it was like in the fourth quarter, 7 minutes left. They complained about it. It was like, oh, if this dunk had gone, we'd have won, blah, blah, because I think they ended up losing by like 2 points. And they basically, the whole news came out. It was like, oh, yeah, they believe the NBA is going to go back and reward them that win. Bro, what? No, that ain't how it worked, Chief. Refs make bad calls. All right, take your L.
Like everybody else.
Ask the Saints.
Like everybody else.
Ask the Saints. Ask any other league. They don't, like... And then the other thing they wanted to do is just replay the last 7 minutes. It's like, bro, I don't think you understand how this worked out. They're a clown of a franchise. James Harden's still the worst. I don't care if he scores 100 points.
I don't care.
Yesterday, I forgot what his stat was, but he had like, I think, for another 40,
Bro,
50
he broke the record for missed threes in a game. How?
And this is the thing. He dropped like 40 points or something. He went 50. He went 24 of 24 from free throws. My man shot 24 free throws.
He shot 28.9 from the field. Like, and
he
this was
he was like 10 of 30, and Russ was like 7 of 30. They both like just horrible shooting nights. And his stats are always going to be inflated, and he's always going to be shooting the 30, 40 minimum because he's to the free throw line. They're just giving him easy ones.
This is why Thunder fans and really like anti-Warrior people always like to go back to that OKC team where all three of these cats were on the same team.
Yeah.
And granted, I'm not going to pretend like I knew who James Harden was at the time because that version of James Harden was not like this version. The current version does not match up with what we thought then James Harden was going to be. Yeah. But for the most part, we knew Russ was who he still is, and I think that's part of the frustration is that he hasn't really grown mentally. Doesn't seem.
No,
but that's what cracks me up when people say, "Oh, could you imagine this team would have stayed together?" Bro, KD still would have left.
Yeah,
he might have left faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at who these guys are, even before they were on the same team, being James Harden and Russell Westbrook, they are who they are. Like KD might shoot. You talk about the whole landscape of the league changing. Imagine KD leaving, not going to the Warriors, or going to the Warriors 2 years earlier, like that.
Yep.
But now you know.
Next one. Let's see. Luka Doncic. He balling.
He's balling.
The Heat got a little something going on there.
Yes.
They've been like low key.
Yes.
Like underrated, or sleeper. They've been the sleeper team of the East. Yeah. Not many people had high expectations for them, but they've come out balling. Hoodie Melo's back in the league. Good for him. I don't know how well that's gonna do him. Like good for him for like. He was almost in that. I want to say he's in that Kaepernick situation, but not even close. His is solely like Kaepernick's is all like he's like polar opposite of Kaepernick in the sense of like all the issues with Kaepernick was like the social justice and stuff with him. All the stuff with Hoodie Mello was just like his game and how it hasn't aged well and all that.
Yeah.
But and it's one of those things like a team finally gave him a chance, and like the first game was rough and stuff, but it's like dude hasn't played ball over a year. But then you seen he's gradually kind of like begin to fit well with that team, and he's adapted his game to fit well with it. So for him, he's like, I've never been like a mellow guy or whatever. He's one of those I like just indifferent about. Like watched him when he was with the Nuggets, he was nice and all that, and then he just kind of wasted his career with the Knicks, and from there it's been downhill from him. But I mean that team, the Nuggets team, when it was him and J.R. Smith has become a joke. J.R. Smith's become a joke, but when J.R. was with the Nuggets, bro, he was one of the most athletic NBA players I've ever seen.
He was doing dunks in a league that didn't make any sense.
This dude, bro. Look up J.R. Smith highlights from the Nuggets. That boy crazy. That boy was wild.
Bro, talk about Goon Squad. JR, AI, Kenyon Martin.
Oh, yeah. They had a filthy squad.
Melo, Marcus Camby.
They had the most hood team, and they were playing in Denver, Colorado.
Outside of probably like the We Believe Warrior team.
Yeah.
Bro.
That thing was so hood. And they were posted up in Denver, Colorado. Yes. You know that team was getting lit whenever they were playing in LA, Miami, or like them big old cities. They were like,
Birdman played on that team too.
Birdman Jr. Yes, sir.
Let's go. That team was nice.
That team wild. All right. I think that's all for NBA. Still early on. Season doesn't really begin until 2 weeks. Gonna get popping from there. But I think right now, like the Clippers, there was a lot of hype going into them and stuff, but I think you're starting, like, what their trouble is going to be is, like, they're dealing with the whole resting, the Kawhi stuff. And obviously, like, I think that's more of just, like, what we saw last season also, where that's, like, a long-term injury. There's something, like, serious. Like, it's, like, one of those persistent injuries that they're having to keep a watch out for. So, like, that, I mean, they lucked out last year where they got such a, like, just broken down Warriors team that he was able to manage through it. But, like, you're not going to get lucky like that back to back.
Yeah, and Toronto had to just bench players come through, and it's the depth.
Yeah.
The depth and health just ended up, killing them in the end. But
yeah,
this is different.
Yeah. Patrick Beverley's the worst. Like he the dude that everybody's just chilling and stuff like that. And, you got the dude that's playing, everybody playing pickup ball, and it's just pickup game, and he the dude that's just going extra hard. Extra hard. He get no buckets, nothing like that. He's just the dude that foul.
And he's not even that good of a defender.
He ain't even that good.
Warriors fans been trying to tell you ever since he was Houston and he went to Clippers, he's not that good of a defender. And now other league guys are saying it straight up. Like, he's not even that good. He just hustle hard, and when he gets the steal or he gets the loose ball, then he'll flex on somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been gassed up a lot.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Keep it moving. All right, NFL.
Wild.
All right, I don't know who's going to win the Super Bowl.
The 49ers are 10-2, and they're currently 5th in the NFC right now.
Yep. 5th. Patriots are 10-2, but you feel like they're 5-5. It's wild.
People wish.
It's a crazy thing with just that franchise and stuff, where it's like, this is like the most turmoil they've had in years, and they're 10-2. But part of the issues is like, Tom Brady, he is definitely hasn't been playing well at all, but we like literally have no receivers. We have no receivers. And this is one of the things that like hurts, where like Julian Edelman is a great slot receiver when you got someone like a Gronk or a Josh Gordon. It's like when you got a number one receiver threat,
right?
Julian Edelman is a great second option. And that's one of the biggest things is we're just really missing Gronk, because he always needed double coverage attention, and like he helped open up the field for dudes, like no-name dudes, to be able to make something of themselves. But now that like you don't really have a threat that you need a double coverage or anything like that, so they're able to send more pressure, and then we just got dudes that like aren't playing well right now.
Right.
Like the last game, just had a bunch of bad drop passes. Mohamed Sanu's been injured, and that's the other thing is we got injury on our O-line, all that. But like this is where I start doubting them, and then like they go on like a 6-game winning streak or something ridiculous like that. But with the Lakers or the Patriots, it's always like that. Lamar Jackson, it's the year of the black quarterback.
Hey,
you got Lamar Jackson balling, you got Deshaun Watson balling, you got Russell Wilson, who he on that borderline black. I don't know if you watched the game Monday. They had him mic'd up. Boy, if I had not ever seen a picture of Russell Wilson and I just heard the audio, I was like, oh, this is the whitest dude I ever heard. Good job, fellas. Good job, fellas. Great job. Great job. Hey, great hustle out there. Great hustle. Hey, bring it in, guys. Yeah. Yes.
You know what you reminded me of now is Chip. Dave Chappelle's Chip.
Oh, yeah.
I need some information. I need some information.
Well, what do we have here, guys?
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Hustle hard, fellas. Yep. Keep playing. Hey, Joey. Great blocking out there.
Just sprinkle some crack on him. Let's get out of here.
Yep. Smith, hey, you're doing well out there, buddy. Keep it up. I was just like, God.
Hey, shouts out to Russ, man. MVP candidate.
And this is the thing, because, like, I think part of the issue is, like, he was feeding into the fact that he was being mic'd up, and so he was definitely overdoing it, but, God, it was so cringeworthy.
Yeah.
I was just like, bro, stop. At least drop like a F-bomb or something in there, or something. Just stop with the fellas.
Just quit with the fellas.
Good job, fellas. Dang, drop one N-word in there. Get them white folks a little scared. Oh my
gosh, that's a little uncomfortable. They got to edit. Yeah. Talk about the guys in post edit having to edit out all the audio.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
What do I do with this tape, Jerry? All right.
Delete.
Cowboys are who the Cowboys are always are.
Always, which is actually frustrating. Because they have so much talent.
You know why it's frustrating? Because I got Dak freaking Prescott on my fantasy team.
That was your
mistake. Man, I swear.
You have Dak and who? Who was your other guy you were saying?
Dak and Matt Ryan, bro.
Wow.
Like, I'm 8-5 right now, but you would have thought I'm 2 and freaking 9. Wow. Just the way the season's played out with I ever see either one of them in the street, they catching a fade.
Fade. That's what we're talking
about. Fade on sight. Dak, you catching a fade on sight, bro. There was, I think I talked about, I don't know if I talked about it, but earlier in the season, like week 3 or 4, I was playing Buddy. I think I was playing Chandler. At the end of Sunday, I was 96% like winning the game. Like, it was dead set like I was going to win. Last person I had to play was Dak. Last person Chandler had playing, I forgot who it was. Bro, all I needed Dak to get me was 10 points.
10 from a QB.
Bro, the first half, he was just like -2 points. Brought it up to like 6 or 7. I lost by 0.2 points. I ain't never been so upset.
I'm fighting off that alone.
I ain't never been upset. Fantasy football ain't healthy, bro.
It's really not, man.
That junk, especially when you got money on it. Because, like, other years, I just, like, screw it. Like, I stopped caring about it and stuff. But when you got money invested in it, man, that changed everything. And then it's just, like, so many stuff as, like, you go back and forth on who to pick up, who to drop, who to start. And then you got a 50 burger sitting on your bench. It's like, dang, yeah, I could have really used that 50 burger. But nah, Matt Ryan didn't want to be a hoe.
Right.
It's all good.
My freaking money league, bro, I have never been in a league quite this fun and stressful in my entire life. I think we only put 15 down.
Yeah.
I was telling you, I started 0-4 in an 8-team league. I thought I was done. I literally said the word. I was like, I have to win out.
Yeah.
I've gone 8-1 since week 4.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And it gets better. It gets better. It's not like I ran away with first place either. There are 3 teams who are 8-5 going into the playoffs.
Sheesh. And
then one team that's 7-6, and the other 2 teams are 6-7.
See, this is the other thing that makes me mad.
Crazy.
I went into playoffs with 8-5. Oliver went in with 5-6, I think, with a losing record. And I know for sure I'm about to lose to him somehow in this first round of the playoffs, and I'm gonna be so upset because like my team for the most part is played spectacular, and like all my other players have had to carry Matt Ryan and Dak Prescott. But at this point, it's like I ain't gonna find anything better. I'm just stuck with those dudes, and I gotta gamble on. All right, who's less likely to suck less? Like who's gonna be less shittier? That's the game I've been playing,
bro. Last place in our league is 4 games back. That's how crazy, like insane our league is.
Yeah. So, but there's been those 2 weeks I've had where like I come out with like 100 points. All the other times I've been averaging like around the 160s, 170s. Like I just dropped 180 on Corey. Shout out to Devontae Parker, who I didn't know was still in the league. Homie dropped 40 on him.
He's finally healthy.
Yep.
And they're finally throwing him the ball.
But watch, they playing the Jets this week. He about to get like 2 points. It's going to make me upset. I need you to show out again, Devontae. But,
bro,
keeping it moving. Let's see what else in the NFL. The NFL, bunch of narcs try to do Colin Kaepernick dirty. That fake old practice stuff, everything about it. Like that one, that's just a whole episode, but we're going to get into it real quick.
I was excited about it for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Until I started reading them.
I seen it, and then once you hear they basically set it up the week of, set it up on a Saturday when all, like that's the worst day to set up a workout for NFL teams because literally that's the day prep before game day next and all that. So you're not about to fly your head coach or any of your scouts. And that's also the day when they got college football going out. So all the scouts are already got different colleges and stuff. Head coach got to prep for a game. It was just all of it. And, you had teams sending out interns or dudes that, like, nobody's going to listen to what they got to say. And even then, it's like, if you send, you know Kaepernick, like, he's good. Or, like,
at the very least, and I look, if I'm going to play devil's advocate, I understand the fear behind putting him into a starting role right away. Bro. But we know he's better than at least 4 starting quarterbacks.
This is my thing. I'll leave it at this, bro. Nathan Peterman, the Peterman, as Bomani Jones call him. The Peterman is still in the league.
Well, that's what I'm
man's
saying.
The backup.
That's what I'm saying. He's better. The Raiders. I can't think of a backup quarterback that he's not better than right now.
No.
The reason why I just said starters is because you might as well just skip straight to the
Nick
starters.
Foles just got benched for Gardner Minshew. Like, NFL is just crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah. Keep it moving. Let's see. Anything else happen in NFL?
Nah. I said earlier the NFC's crazy.
Yeah, NFC's wild.
It's just
right now they got
bananas.
It's projected Niners would be playing the Cowboys on a road game.
Could you imagine that?
Cowboys about to go into the playoffs. Like the NFC, are they the West, East? What are they? East, bro. That's like people give the Patriots crap about like their division and stuff, bro. Name like the NFC East has been so mediocre the past like
a play-in game. And this is how, because we've been talking about the NFL needing to change their system for a long time.
Yeah.
This is the crown jewel, bro. If the playoffs were to happen today, the 10-2 49ers would have to play the 6-6 Cowboys.
Yep.
For the wild card game.
Yep.
As the road team.
That's stupid.
I'm still bitter over the year when we went, I think we went 10-6, I'm pretty sure. We went 10-6, and the freaking 8-8 Panthers got in the playoffs ahead of us because they were the division leader. And I was like, no way in the world a team 2 games back.
They just need to do it like the NBA.
Just seeding, bro. Record.
Yeah, they just need to do it like the NBA.
Record and then head-to-head for tiebreaker, bro. Yeah. It's so stupid.
Yeah. So, done with that. Let's get movies. Joker dropped.
Fire. But just heavy.
That junk. Yeah, it was a good, different aspect of the Joker. Like, it's not Heath Ledger's Joker. It's not Jared Leto's Joker, which we don't acknowledge at all. Like, that was a big mistake. But no, it was a good, like, the way they did it, it wasn't a superhero movie. It was legit like a like you would have thought it was like a biopic or something like that. The way they did it was really well done. And I think only thing interesting this is kind of the problem I have with DC, where originally going into it was supposed to be a standalone movie. Now there's talks that like they're trying to do a sequel, which it could potentially be good and stuff. It's just something like that where it's like, I don't know, like you can't tie it in with the Batman or anything like that, because in the movie Bruce Wayne was like 15 or something, and this dude, like the Joker, looked like he was like what 40s. So like there's no way, unless you have to have a 60-year-old Joker facing off against like a 20 or 30-year-old. I don't know.
Yeah, so the good thing, and I guess I almost called him Edward Cullen, bro. I'm so sorry, Robert Pattinson. I'm so sorry, because you are more than that role. You have proven you're more than that role.
Vampire Boy?
Yes. He can pass as somebody younger.
He just got a resting vampire face, bro.
He does. I am looking forward to seeing his Bruce Wayne. That being said, I think Joaquin would be fine if they were to do a cross. If anything, I think you build. I'm not sure if it's possible because it's Batman. I feel like if any Batman movie were to come out, people would just go see it.
Yeah.
In droves, right? But think about now, instead of establishing Batman first, because that's what's happened every other time, right?
Yeah.
You get Batman first and then you get Joker. Now we have the Joker first. And then we have Batman, which is fascinating because now we can do a Batman movie and he's not in this first Batman movie, so we don't have to worry about it. But what about that second one? You almost get to build hype in a different way than you ever have before.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you about a scene, because there was a scene specifically that didn't get talked about until way after it was out.
Yeah.
And everybody has like the stair scene. The police car scene is a big one, but the scene I feel like that's starting to get talked about now is when he's actually on the show.
Yeah,
that junk stressed me out. I don't know if did you see that, any of that coming? Like what? Like walk me through, if you can remember. Walk me through kind of like where you were at when he's, because there's the whole into the dressing room.
There was a foreshadowing of like him shooting him, right? Was there not? Or
I had no idea what they were going to do. I didn't even know how much they were
actually
going to
there
draw
wasn't.
from.
You knew something was going to go down, but like as soon as he shot, was it Robert De Niro?
Yes.
Yeah. As soon as he saw De Niro, I was like the whole theater was just like.
Well, because what's crazy was the conversation was escalating, but it didn't even feel like it was at a climax.
Yeah.
It felt like it was still climbing.
Yeah.
So if anything was going to happen, you thought it was going to happen later.
Yeah. That was like it was like the roller coaster when you're chugging up at that point, and you were right at the point of the drop, but you didn't think that was going to be the drop. You thought, because at that point it was like the cops were already after him and they were heading towards that way, looking for him.
Right.
And so you thought like at worst he would like, cut chaos and like say something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Cut the camera off or whatever.
So and that's the crazy thing about that scene, is because he's asking you, well, you want to know what happens? You want to know what happens?
Mm-hmm.
And then he pulls the gun and shoots him.
Yeah.
So the reason why that scene stressed me out, and I didn't even realize that I had seen kind of what that scene was inspired by before, until literally you're in the middle of the conversation when he's asking him a bunch of questions, asking them all the questions, they're going back and forth, whatever. There is a comic, I believe it was The Dark Knight, and the timeline is way different from this, because this is a Joker origin story, quote unquote.
Yeah.
The comic is Batman's retired. He's been gone forever.
Yeah.
Joker, because Batman's gone, basically like goes dormant. They put him in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
He didn't want to mess with nobody. He didn't even talk. So they, after like 10, 15 years, they start working on, this dude comes in, thinks he can rehabilitate the Joker.
Yeah.
And eventually believes that he's succeeded. So this talk show host wants to get the Joker on the show.
Yeah.
But I think it was a couple days before Joker gets on the show, Batman comes back and is more active. And because Batman comes back, Joker kind of like wakes up.
Yeah.
So the reason why this scene in Joker stressed me out so much is because he goes on this show in the comic.
Yeah.
And he talks about, and you could tell he's playing victim.
Yeah.
He talks about how Batman's really the problem with Gotham and not villainy.
Yeah.
He talks about people stigmatizing mental illness, all this stuff, like playing the victim, talking about rehabilitation, and he literally kills everybody on set on live television. So having watched that, I'm watching the Joker, and I didn't realize it until like it was getting bad, like the conversation was scaling
where
up.
it was gonna go.
I was like, when I thought it was gonna be worse, I was like, he's gonna kill everybody.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I thought, like, the other part of me was like, is he about to just get up and like spray the whole audience or something?
Right.
Like,
because he literally, bro, he kills the host, he kills like the cameraman.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I even thought the way the movie did it was better, where he goes bang and just sits there.
Yeah. And like the camera just pans out, and then as the camera is like panning out, and then they show all the screens of like all the other stuff going on.
Yes.
It was cinematically
that was stressful,
like, perfect.
bro.
And then you just start seeing all the channels like flip to that shot. It was wild. It was a phenomenal movie, well written. Joaquin Phoenix, like, that was one of those, you could tell he bought into the role all the way, and he did it right, unlike the Jared Leto douchebag way of like.
Well, they wanted a cartoon personality.
Yeah,
that's what they wanted.
Yeah,
and they tried to combine it with like adult.
Yeah.
Darkness, and it's like,
Yeah, no, it was.
We're not gonna try to glamorize homicidal mania, bro.
Like,
that's not.
Yeah,
that's not what we're gonna do.
And part of the problem, they were just trying too hard. Like whichever Joker followed up the Heath Ledger, you knew it was just gonna struggle.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
But they didn't help themselves out, like the casting and just everything about it.
And I understand and appreciate wanting to be different, because that's how you avoid comparison.
Yeah,
you go, okay, let's make it different enough to where people don't even bother compare. But again, and I think this movie does it very well, at no point should we try to glamorize who the Joker is. I've been saying this for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Joker is who he is. He's a homicidal maniac who believes in nothing but death and chaos. Like, that's him. So when you try to make him anything else, it's not even about comparing him to Heath. It's, I'm uncomfortable with the fact that the Joker wears gaudy jewelry. He rides the blinged out car. Like, I'm uncomfortable with that, because what are you trying to tell me about somebody who literally murders people just to see the reaction out of other people? Like, that's, So, anyway. Yeah. But Joker, excellent.
Excellent. Queen and Slim, man, that joint beautiful. That's next. That's literally next. One of the things about it is, like, so for the longest time, like, basically the past 5 years or whatever, any slave movie that came out, I stopped watching it, because it was just like, yo, we get it, slavery happened and stuff like that. And it was like the only way black people were getting like casted in movies or shows like that or roles like that. It was just like, let's make a movie about slavery. It's like, yo, I understand all the like, I feel like after like 10, 15 movies, like, yo, we get it, dog. Bro, we get it.
Have you ever seen the movie Amistad?
No.
Amistad's one of the reasons why, and you and I have always been on the same page about this, where it's like, the collective response from people is just, we know. Yeah. Like, that's always been. Yeah. And I always think back to Amistad, because Amistad is the name of a ship that was on its way over from, I want to say, it was supposed to go from Europe to Cuba. Didn't make it to Cuba because it got taken over by some of the slaves that were on the boat. Yeah. So when they get to the U.S., there's a guy that literally has to plead their case, basically. Yeah. Rough movie. As a matter of fact, Michael B. Jordan's character in Black Panther makes a reference to something that you actually see on film in Amistad. Yeah. When it talks about people throwing themselves into the water. Yeah. What's crazy about in Amistad, it was actually involuntary, because the ship wasn't moving fast enough. So they literally had to throw women and children off the boat so that they get to the location. Yeah. Because a bunch of people were like, yo, what is Killmonger talking about when he referenced, I'd rather drown. Right. I'd rather than be in chains or whatever. Yeah. Well, he's referencing either A, they would, if they got a chance, they would kill themselves, or B, the boat, they had too many people on the boat, and they would literally just drop the non-working class. Yeah. Which is wild. But I always think about Amistad, because I'm like, they've been making these movies since the 90s, man. Like, yeah. Like, people talk about 12 Years a Slave, and how groundbreaking 12 Years a Slave was, and every time, like, bro, have y'all not seen the movie Amistad? Like, this is, this was like,
and that's the thing where it's like, like, all these movies are great, they're emotional times, but like, for me, it was just a nuance of like, yo, the only way like these major like new dudes or new black actors are getting introduced or whatever, minus like the Denzels and the Will Smiths, like all these other people that like are trying to pave the way. It's like, all right, the only thing I'm really getting casted for is this slave movie or the slave show and stuff like that. And so that was one of those. It's just like, yo, we can do more than play slaves. Like, hey, like, come on, bro. Like,
and even
like,
Denzel
and the story,
had glory.
Yeah,
like Denzel went through the same thing.
Like, you ain't a black actor if you ain't been a
if
slave.
You haven't won
if you ain't been a slave, or now if you ain't gotten shot by a cop. And that's kind of like the new.
God, dude, yeah.
That's kind of been the new the new slave movies. Basically now it's just like black folks getting shot by the cops, and it's one of those again where it's just like, you know, after the first, third, and fourth movie, it's like, all right, we get the point and stuff. Like the one, the big one last year, I forgot what it was. It was about that. It was like based off a book, and it was one of those that everyone like. It got a lot of raving reviews and stuff, but I just couldn't watch it because just like watching the trailer alone, and part of it is just it makes me so upset and all. Like it's just hard to watch it because it is super frustrating, but it's also just like one of those like, okay. I think we hone in on those films too. We don't. It's not even we as like a collective. It's one of those. It's like an easy, quick. You know, you're gonna get people to come to the theaters for something emotional like that. Something that's like captivating in a way like that, and something that with everyone that's I don't know. It's just basically bring it in with Queen and Slim. Like that's one of the premises early. It's basically a Tinder date gone wrong. They get pulled over for like some BS thing, and then one thing turns into another. He ends up killing the cop as a way of like retaliation because the cop was trying to kill him, and then from there, it's basically like what's the movie name? The two women that go on the run.
Is it two women?
Yeah, it's
because I know they nicknamed them the Black Bonnie and Clyde in the movie.
Yeah, it is the Black Bonnie and Clyde. Like they nicknamed them that, but I also thought similar. Like there's another movie, I forgot what it. Cause it's like, I saw it a couple years ago in film school, but basically it's similar to that. But what I loved about this, because going into it, like knowing that premise about the cop shooting and stuff like that, I was just kind of like I was excited to see the movie either way because it's Daniel Kaluuya,
right?
Like, dude's phenomenal. Like, he's one of those dudes. Any project he's in, I'm gonna see. He's apparently supposed to be doing like an adult version of Barney. I don't know what. I'm gonna be there. I heard
that, and I'm like, what?
I don't even know what the premise would be, but I'm gonna be there.
Just because Barney the after years, bro.
Just yeah, like it's gonna be wild. I don't know what it is, but I'm there. He got me. But it was just beautifully shot, and it's basically like a black love story, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful movie, and it does tie in with the social justice and stuff. But I think they do it in a unique way where like it's not just fully bashing one side, and then you just kind of see the effects of how like how the nation responds to an incident that happens like that. Yeah. How, people get glorified, demonized, and then also like the good and bad that come out of it. And it's a great movie. And there was points where like, I don't know, it was good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a good movie. Everyone's been talking, it's like, oh, it's the best movie ever and stuff like that. I won't say all that, but it is really a phenomenal movie. And it's just one of those movies that like, yeah, it has a cop aspect and stuff like that, but this is another one of those that's like a black classic that like it's for the culture. Yeah. And it's
not a period piece.
It's not a period piece. It's for the culture. And this is one like you'll be running back for years. Right. Back. Like that. And each of those films, like even the movie I'm thinking of, and I can't like remember the name of it. Each of it like ties into something like the one I'm thinking of, it was like basically the premise of that one was these two ladies were going on a road trip. I'm so upset I can't remember the name of it. But they're going on a road trip, and along the way they stop at this diner, and one of the friends goes out for a smoke or something like that. One thing leads to this dude comes up, talks to him. One thing leads to another, and then a dude basically like either hits her or tries to rape her or something like that. And like a quick responding, the other friend shoots him, he's dead, and then now they kind of got to book it. And that's one of those things. It's just like, yo, that, I'm sure at the time, like that whole issue with, women getting raped and all that stuff, and for them, like, that was very crucial to that time period, and like that they're shining a light on that, and also just like, one of those is like, hey, they killed this dude, but if they were to go to the police about him and try to explain what happened, like, they're not gonna hear him out.
Right.
And so in that same way, you kind of see it with like the cop shooting and why it's relevant to here, but it's not one of those things that it's just gonna stick here, but it's like a movie that's gonna last for years, just beyond the other aspects of it, just the love story of it, and just even the idea of like, in those situations when, your whole life changes in the span of a minute, and just that mentality of like how that changes you as far as like your morals, all that. At that point, it's just like, hey, like like life or death at this point, and it just, you see the flip in character and all that. It's phenomenal. It's really good. It's a great movie.
No, that's awesome. It's my thing is, if you're gonna do a period piece, or even like something that, and I use this word very carefully, I'm not sure if capitalize is the right word. I think comes in the midst of racial or political tension. I don't think people need a movie to tell them how to feel or to even make them more angry. Because I think that's what happens a lot. Is you get a movie that doesn't even really tell you anything new. It just makes you mad. And I think what a lot of people need isn't so much something that gets them riled up. Because some forms of discomfort, I think, is healthy. And I think some forms of like I think some people do need to get more mad than they currently are. But I think more people want a movie that helps them say how they feel, rather than make them feel more mad or more whatever it is. Like if you bring about a piece of art or music or movie or whatever that helps you say how you feel, then that's helpful.
Thelma and Louise.
Okay, bro, man, I was trying to search it. You know what I got? You know what I got when I said Girls Trip? I'm like, that ain't it.
That is definitely not it. So Thelma and Louise.
Yeah,
that it was more similar to Thelma and Louise for me.
Wow.
And I actually never seen Bonnie and Clyde, I think.
So,
or like,
I don't have.
Is it like
they made a movie? So they were like real. They were real. But I've never seen any adaptation. I just read about them. I've never seen like a TV show or a movie or whatever.
So they did make a movie, 1967. So Bonnie and Clyde is a 1967 American bio.
Netflix just did a movie about the two Texas Rangers that went after him, I think.
Oh, really?
Kevin Costner and dude from oh gosh, yeah, I forget his name. But yeah, they just did a movie about the two Texas Rangers that went after him. But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing that one.
See, to me, it's way more Thelma and Louise than Bonnie and Clyde, because Bonnie and Clyde, basically the premise: bored waitress Bonnie Parker falls in love with an ex-con named Clyde Barrow. Together, they start a violent crime spree through the country, stealing cars and robbing banks. This is more of that, like, it's just you get these two normal people. You got this two normal people that literally met the first time, and then 2 hours later, like, their whole life changes. And it's weird how, like, it's one of those also aspects of, like, how crazy situations like that bring people together. And because she was basically like, at one point, I don't want to ruin it, but at one point it's like, were you gonna go on a second date with me? And she's like, nah. Like, nah, dog. So it's really fascinating. It's a tearjerker. It's a cute ass movie, as Kyle Barrow would say. So going there, pimps don't cry. We just shed a tear. Let yourself feel something.
Look,
Let yourself feel something.
Bro,
it's cuffing season, it hits home a little different, It's a little cold out there, so you need a little something good for the soul to warm you up,
bro. And we got a handful of movies left to go.
Yeah,
to.
You saw Knives Out, right,
bro?
How was that? That's
so
the next one on my list.
So that's a heater. And what's cool is, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I watched stuff as a kid, like some of the nerdiest stuff. So Agatha Christie is one of the most renowned murder mystery novel writers ever.
Yeah.
If you ever watched BBC, her character ended up on TV as Hercule Poirot.
Yeah.
And he's a Belgian dude, not French, but Belgian. And it was so fun to watch Daniel Craig play Benoit Blanc, I think his name is. Because so much of the jokes Rian Johnson and those actors and actresses inject into that show are a callback to Agatha Christie and her character. Them like the running joke in Poirot is mispronouncing the main character's name, getting the location of where people are from in like legitimately wrong. Yeah. Because did you get to see it? Did you get to see Knives Out?
No, not yet.
Okay,
not yet.
So I won't give any plot stuff away. It was a beautiful ode to murder mystery. To what is cool is that at one point they call Daniel Craig's character the last of the gentleman sleuths. Yeah. And what's cool about that is that genre is basically dead. Yeah. So it was cool to see a movie that kind of like put some question mark rather than a period on the genre, in the sense of, hey, is this something that we'll want more of in the future? I don't really care for people to start flooding the market with a bunch of murder mysteries. Yeah. I'm down with just making a couple more of these. Yeah. But really very good. Mm-hmm. Rian Johnson gets eaten alive on the internet over The Last Jedi. Yeah. But this is still the dude that did Looper. And this is still the dude that did... I mean, he's directed episodes of Breaking Bad. Like, this is that guy. Yeah. And you see him very much working very well with a cast you can tell is having fun. The cast's amazing. Yeah. The cast's amazing. But I think it helps to revive a dead genre. Mm-hmm. There is it's a legitimate mystery. Yeah. Oh gosh, who's Captain America? Bro,
why does always happen? Why does always happen?
It's good to see him not Cap. Yeah, I'll say that.
I know. Like the past 5 years, you've seen him Cap so long. Yeah, that's why another movie I want to talk about is hold on,
because he killed it.
Not Captain Marvel. I meant Captain America. I'm so mad I forgot.
You're going to say his name. I'm going to be upset.
Chris Evans.
Chris freaking Evans. He's great.
Bro. This is the problem. Great. White folks, y'all got to get more creative with your names. Bro.
And that's the thing, too. Like, this man's been talking about wanting to get into directing. Yeah. This role alone is going to have people, like, busting down his door. Yeah. He did a great job. And the trailer shows a lot of his personality. But that's literally the tip of the iceberg.
The trailer, I remember watching the trailer. Was that? I don't know if I was with you. I remember... I was watching.
I'm pretty sure we went to go see a movie and saw the trailer 2 times out.
Yeah, that's what it was. But just going through some of the movies. Oh, one other one I saw was Jojo Rabbit. Oh my god, brilliant. What's Buddy's name? I can never pronounce it.
Bro, it starts with a T. And his last name starts with a W.
Yeah, I cannot. Bro, pronounce it.
Shouts out to my man, bro.
Takia, like I can hear it.
I mean, Taika Waititi.
Man,
somebody pull up a podcast.
It's like
with somebody saying his name the right way.
It's spelled away, but it's not pronounced that way at all.
Waititi. Wow.
I'm so mad.
I'm not gonna mispronounce this man's name. That's mad disrespectful. I'm not gonna do it.
Like that's the only way. Like you can't look at the name and try to pronounce it. You just gotta hear it and then you remember it. But Jojo Rabbit, I saw that a few weeks ago. Phenomenal movie. It's basically satire, satirical movie. It's taking a look at the Nazi period with Hitler, with the Taki. I'm just calling him Taki. I'm sorry, bud. If you ever hear this, it's no disrespect. I love the movie and everything. Brent, your boy. I just played indoor soccer game. I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep. Bro, I got home earlier.
Fumes, bro.
I've been trying to finish this. Another thing we gotta talk about Disney Plus. But I've been trying to finish this series, this X-Men series, and I've been struggling because every time I sit down, your boy just falls asleep, and then I just end up putting on The Office because I'm like,
X-Men, one of the greats. Spider-Man is struggle. Yeah, Spider-Man is a real struggle because the way they structure the show is not like TV. They structure it like comic books.
Yeah, and it's not even that the X-Men is bad or anything. It's just as soon as I sit on that couch, it's over for your boy. Yep. But Jojo Rabbit, really good. It's another one of those. It's like he plays a fine line of, with it being satire, with it being funny, and then also, still keeping the seriousness of talking, about Hitler, Nazis, Jews, and the killing and all that stuff. And yeah, that one's another one that's like I said, it's funny, but it's also gets super emotional and like it's brilliantly shot. The young kid that plays Jojo, he did a great job. He's one of those. It's gonna have a bright future ahead for him. Let me see if I can give Buddy his respect because I can't remember anybody else's name. Can't pronounce it. For crap. Let's see. He is, bro. They ain't even got the kid credited. That's disgusting.
What?
That's tragic.
Are you on IMDb?
Yeah, they ain't got him as one of the top 3 people up there.
No.
Roman Griffin Davis. Buddy played JoJo. How y'all gonna have him all the way down there? He should be right behind Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson's in that movie. She's phenomenal. But it's a really, like I said, really great. Another good emotional tearjerker.
And see, we got movies. And we got movies on its way too. You talk about Scarlett Johansson, bro. One movie trailer I did not expect to be as fire.
Black Widow.
That trailer looks, and David Harbour looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Like everybody looks great.
Yeah.
In that movie.
Black Widow. I watched the trailer yesterday.
Bro.
I was like, yeah, I'm in.
I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
And we got blessed with two trailers in 2 straight days, bro.
Yeah. So, some of the ones that are coming sooner that I'm excited for, Honey Boy. I mean, we've been talking about this for actually that comes out tomorrow. Yeah. Or technically today. Yeah, it's out in theaters now. Shoot. All right, that's what I'm doing next Tuesday. Watching Honey Boy. That's one I've been excited for a long time. Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, the Mr. Rogers one. I heard that one's a tearjerker. Yes. That one's really good. Ford vs. Ferrari. I've been intrigued by that one because I do like Christian Bale. Matt Damon is like hit or miss. Yeah. But either way, that one looks like it'd at least be a fun watch. Jumanji, that's gonna be a fun one.
I'm not gonna lie, that just looks so funny.
Jumanji one was funny. Yeah. The first one was really funny. So this one, it's hit or miss. How good is it actually gonna be? I think. But hopefully it turns out good. Another one that I recently just got put onto, Dark Waters.
Yes.
That one, because I was just listening to an interview with Mark Ruffalo, another former Marvel.
I just found out about that movie last week.
Bro, that one's really interesting because it basically talks about, it's like one of those eco dramas talking about, I think it was DuPont was the company. Yes. And this was something that happened based on true events, but it just kind of like I think the New York Times was it about an oil spill? Yeah, it was like an oil spill, and it was basically this farmer was like, "Yo, all my cows are dying; they're getting affected." And he went to this attorney. That the attorney normally he's usually defending these big corporate companies, these oil companies, and stuff like this. But when this farmer, I think he's like a family friend or something like that, goes to this attorney, he's like, "Yo, there's this weird thing going on. All my cows are dying. All this is happening. I think it's because of this, blah, blah, blah." Attorney starts investigating it. And from there, and then that story gets crazy. And it looks like it's really good and just shines a light on all that, which, should be a great one. Probably that's this is obviously that period where you get all the Oscar push movies. Mm-hmm. This is the great, November, December, January is the best time to go to movies, the theater. There's always something good in theaters. Oh yeah. I'm about to be dropping at least bro, a hundo.
Well, that's the thing too, because in this movie I've been excited for a while. Sam Mendes, dude who directed Skyfall. Yeah. He's got a World War I movie coming out on Christmas, bro, called 1917. Yeah. And I've seen the trailer 3 times, 2 times during movies, and both times I'm I've never been locked into a trailer before. I'm like, please, I just need to see the movie. That movie is going to be insane. That movie is going to be insane, and I have no idea when it's coming out. It's coming out way later. Yeah, 1917 is coming out on Christmas, so that's coming out in literally 3 weeks. Yeah, but we got the freaking Black Widow trailer, and we got the freaking James Bond trailer today. Yeah. Oh my god, bro!
Too many.
Every year it gets worse of how much money I spend in the theater.
Well, wasn't AMC? I gotta look it up. I think AMC was doing that.
It might have to be the time, bro.
I think I might because the old Carmike is the one in Morrisville. That's the AMC now, right?
Oh, and it's nice. Oh,
it's nice. Are they still splitting movies with Park West?
I don't know.
I hope not. I doubt it because it's a different company. But we'll see. Because if they still doing that membership, I might have to look into it. At least AMC, for like 2 months or something.
I know AMC as a company, they're doing the Movie Pass joint, which is great.
Yeah, so
these next few weeks might warrant it. Oh my gosh,
that's gonna be super hype. But I think that's as far as that as movies. Yo, sorry, I just opened up Spotify because I saw it's got my 2019 Wrapped up here, and then it just started bopping. But God, can you stop? I'm trying to get us caught. I'm just trying to see the playlist. So, yeah.
All
Look at this is the most predictable my 2019 top song. Drip Too Hard,
yes,
Lil Baby. Pure Cocaine, Lil Baby. Costa Rica, Dreamville.
Yes. Oh my
Lil
God.
Baby featuring Lil Baby by Danny Lee. That one is low-key bops. Down Bad by Dreamville. Yeah, Down Bad by Dreamville. Feel No Ways, Drake. Middle Child. Wells Fargo, Dreamville.
Yes. Oh my God.
Dangerous
Excuse me,
World.
sir.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. This playlist is about to be heater. I'm about to be jamming out.
So
to
listen,
this.
I don't give out homework. You got. I'm not gonna say these words on the pod. Pirate that junk or get somebody HBO Go account or something.
Yeah.
I'm not joking when I say every episode of The Watchmen.
Oh
is
yeah,
literally an episode of the podcast.
No, so this is the thing. Like,
oh my God.
Actually, I got a plug. Shout out to who done hit me up with it? It was what am I?
Because somebody hit me up.
JC. Yo, shout out to JC. He a real one. JC
what's
Zargo. He was listening to one of the episodes a while back, and because I've been making a public scream. Yo, if you got HBO,
for real,
set me
people
up.
have been hitting me up for HBO, and I'm like, bro, I'm getting it for somebody else too.
Yeah. Finally, someone came through. You know, JC was like, yo, I got you. He's like, I don't know who paying for this, but it's been working for me. I was like, hey, that's all I need to know, dog. I just need that login and that password, and we're going to keep it working, you know what I'm saying, dog? And we're going to go from there. So I got that HBO plug, but I haven't even gotten a chance to even, like, log in yet, just because right as I got it, Disney Plus dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the time, I was watching Billions, but that's about to be a wrap because I'm about to lose my Showtime because I had that through Spotify, but it was their college deal, so I basically was getting Hulu and Showtime and Spotify for $5 a month.
I was trying to find that junk specifically for Spotify. Premium.
It was the greatest deal ever, but they don't like the premium for the adults. They don't do that, which kind of is a narc. I feel like
come on,
I'm gonna fight somebody. I want to at least keep the Showtime one because I got Hulu now through Disney Plus, so I don't really need that one.
Which still right now is the best deal out there. Right? You can't top 13.
Yeah,
you just can't.
Showtime, like I do like Billions, but that one I'm probably gonna have to come back down like 6 years later or something. Because right now at this point, I'm about to finish this X-Men.
Is it anywhere close to being done?
I don't think so.
Because that's what I'm waiting on.
No, like a new. I think.
Because I've heard it's great.
No, I think they're still like in that high point of
Shoot,
that
I remember
show.
when they started that show, bro.
Yeah,
because that show started around the same time. Because Suits was on USA, and commercials for that junk would come on all the time. Because it basically seemed like a more mature Suits that you know like the HBO Showtime version of Suits. And it's got old dude from oh my gosh, I forget the other show that he played. Yeah, I forget. He played the POW or whatever and came back.
Yeah.
But yeah, now Billions is on the list. This show, and I have no interest in any kind of spoilers. I will say this. It's culturally relevant, but it's not trying to be culturally relevant just for the sake of it. I'm impressed with the front runner of the show, or the showrunner, sorry. Because a lot of times when European folk, I'll just say European folk, try to take on cultural issues,
Yeah.
You can tell they didn't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Damon Lindelof, who's done, he actually worked a ton with J.J. Abrams. So
Yeah.
a ton of stuff that J.J. Abrams has done. He's been on that Bad Robot team. You could tell he talked to hell of people. That being said, the show takes place in the alternate universe, United States, where the Vietnam War was won by the world's only known superhero.
Yeah.
So imagine all the things that would happen in the U.S. as a result of us just going in and just blowing stuff up.
Yeah, because like, one superhero.
Yes.
Yeah.
Watergate never happens.
Yeah.
Nixon stays in office. Like that kind of stuff.
Wild.
That being said, fast forward to the show, because the show is a sequel to the graphic novel and the movie that came out about 10, 15 years back.
Yeah.
Show is excellent. Regina King, all the awards, bro.
Yeah.
All the awards. And I forget dude's name, but the dude played old dude from Holes. Old dude from Holes is in it.
Yeah.
Mom, the guy who plays Mom in Holes,
yeah.
he's in it. And I'm like, I wish I could see you in more stuff because he's probably gonna rake it up. He's absolutely gonna rake up awards this year. And then that show's amazing. When I say, because we're 7 episodes in, every single episode, it's probably good that you haven't seen it.
Yeah,
because we would literally spend way too much time talking about the show every like it's that.
I'm at the point where I'm gonna just start tackling shows one by one. I'm gonna finish this X-Men, then I gotta hit up this Peaky Blinders.
That too.
Peaky Blinders, the new season dropped, and I'm upset I haven't even gotten to it yet. That one, basically this next like 3 weeks, I'm just gonna like try. I'm about to be running on 3-4 hours of sleep like the rest of the year because I'm just trying to. This is the problem with all this good content, which is like it's the best good problem. Like, what's the phrase? Good, bad problem to have. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. Yeah, I had it first.
You're right.
Yeah, it's midnight right now. Like I said, there's so much we got to talk about, flying around all around. Rest in peace to John Witherspoon, Pops,
granddad, bro,
Pops, granddad. Like he was everybody's granddad. Everybody in the black community.
Don't even bother with Boondocks.
Next Friday.
Bro. Don't even bother with Boondocks.
Yep. And that's where I'm at also. Where like I don't know how, because I think they had started. Working on all that and all, so it'll be interesting to see where they go from there. It's just gonna be hard without him being a pivotal key. If they do decide to continue to go with it, I'd rather like they write him out rather than try to replace him.
Yeah, I saw something today where they were bouncing around the idea of Granddad's sister.
Yeah,
writing him out of the show and then having Granddad's sister come take care of the boys.
Yeah. But at that point, you just have Regina King play everybody.
Yo, talk about Regina King. There could be some crossover coming soon where Regina King,
bro. I mean, to this day, one of the wildest things. To this day, one of the wildest things I ever was like when I found out she was doing both Riley and Huey. Like,
yes,
and it's you don't believe it until you see the video of it. You're just like, that's absurd.
Yes,
that's absurd. Because, like, part of it is also, like, a lot of the time she's just recording both of the audios at the same time. So she's just going back and forth. Like, no, man. No,
yeah.
Man.
Especially with some of the conversations that you have.
Yeah, because they be back and forth bantering, like, blah, blah, blah. But, nah, she's a phenomenal talent. And so, rest in peace to John Witherspoon. So many great cinematic memories. So many quotables. He was our
everybody's
he was our movie Pops. What else happened, bro? Let's see.
All of it, man. Like there.
Bro. I had a 11-day bender. Your boy still ain't recovered since then. I ain't never been the same since then, dog. 11-day bender. Basically was in Vegas.
Psycho.
Real quick, yeah. So 11-day bender. Went to Vegas for a music festival. It was super dope.
Did?
Day in Vegas, and then from there I went to Miami. I was originally supposed to go for another festival. The festival got postponed, aka canceled. but I had already booked the flight, so I was like, screw it. About to spend a week in Miami. It was hella fun. But good God, Miami. I could like, I've debated like moving to Miami and stuff like that, but like, and it's one of those things that's obviously different if you live there and all. But part of the problem with like a place like Miami, you go out on a Tuesday night, a Monday night, Wednesday night, it feel like a Saturday night, a Friday night, like just
every day.
Well,
because people go
every day, and that's the same thing with Vegas. That's the same thing with Vegas.
To party,
yeah, and like Miami's super dope because it's just international. Everyone,
it's a port city, bro.
Like I met everyone. I met people from Sweden, from Brazil, Colombia. I was hanging out with some dudes from Colombia, and that's the thing I loved about it because like growing up in Southern California, like it was a very multicultural area, and so that's the one thing I love about going back to, or whenever I visit Miami, is just like getting entrenched in that, and it's really fascinating, just talking to people and seeing like the way they look at American culture, and they're like, because there's some stuff like. I was talking to one of the chick I met she's from Brazil, and she was just basically talking about like, man, you know, like America, like America's great, freaking great. And so I was like, oh really? But she like when she starts talking about like, you know, some of the stuff with the police, like how the police are in Brazil, is just like, yeah, like literally like every street or every point they got checkpoints, everything's sketchy and like
automatics too.
And like the way you they got automatic guns here, and you know the way like the weed stigmas change. Basically, like you get like pulled over now. They find you with weed now, like they basically slap her on the wrist and you good. But like Brazil, they find you with like a little dabble of weed jail, on bro. You jail, like you done for.
Yeah.
Just a lot of, you know, sketchy, you know, corruption in the police system and all that stuff. So it's always one of those things where, you know, it's cool meeting those people, and like, you know, you hear that because a lot of times you just like, you lose faith in your like in this, like I love this country, it's changed my life, you know, still like America, we're number one, all that, even though we're really not, and the greatest country in the world, and you know, we're in one of our dark periods right now. Hopefully we get out of it next year and stuff like that. But it's also cool, like in those situations where you see like, you know, some other countries is like, we might think we have it bad, but other countries have it a lot worse, and just grateful to be here, be where we are, and got to deal with all the other crap some of the other places have to do. But on the other hand, like other people is like, yeah, nah, you come out here, it's like, nah, you know, nah, Sweden's pretty great. Yeah, you know, we're just chilling and all that. Yeah. We're just like, yeah, no, that sounds dope. I need to come. But that's kind of my next thing, is trying to go out to Europe. Like I need to go out to Europe bad. That's the next on the whole traveling, bon voyage, excursions, trips, all that.
Every time I think about going out of the country, I just realize how easy it is to get to the Caribbean.
Yep. Well, that's like,
bro, I like it, bro. It's so easy to get there. Even California, I want to go home, bro. I want to show my wife where I came from, and every time I look at flights and hotels and all that stuff, I'm just like, hey, you just want to go to the Bahamas?
Yeah. Well, and that's one of those things, because like you
so
pay for
bad.
flight, this like, dang, you know, or we could pay for like half of that and have.
Bro, and them Southwest vouchers didn't make a dent, bro. I got $200 in Southwest vouchers,
bro.
Didn't even scratch the surface.
Bro, so like I'm going on a cruise in January, right? And after the last cruise, I was like, I refuse to drive to Miami anymore. Or this one's leaving Fort Lauderdale.
One time.
This one I've done it 3 times.
No, I after the first time
I've done that drive, and that's one of those that's like, like this time, especially because like this is the longest cruise I'm gonna do yet. It's an 8-night, and I was like, all right. Like,
oh, I'm so jealous of that.
I'm about to be so exhausted and done after that. The last thing I want to do is drive 12 hours in the car and stuff like that. So I was just like, no, I'm planning it. But basically, looking up flights, bro, I ended up paying $200 for a flight to Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
I was about to have to pay $400.
No.
So it's like the coupon was great and all, but I still had to shell out $200 for that flight to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
But it was worth it. It's definitely going to be worth it.
That's 2 drives, bro.
It's definitely going to be worth it.
That's 2 drives. The only thing, worth it. That's 100.
Yeah,
100 each.
The only thing, like, I'm just paranoid about, and luckily it's not American Airlines, because public service announcement: American Airlines is the worst. Just the worst, absolute worst company ever. Like, beyond just airlines and all that, like, they're the worst. Customer service is atrocious. Like, my whole trip to Vegas and Miami, literally every time I had to fly, there was an issue. And their customer service is basically just like, this ain't my issue. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That's it. Like, Southwest, bro. We had that flying from Cincy to Chicago, our little issue, bro. They hit us with that $200 voucher on site. On site.
Before
they're
we
like,
even touched down,
we're sorry.
Them know, look,
here we go, $200 voucher.
Yes.
I talked to these dudes and they're like, no.
They try.
Sorry, can't
I've
do
had
anything.
This before, bro. They'll try to get out of it.
Yeah.
And look, I get it. If you don't have to give out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars per passenger, you do want to avoid that. But the reality is there's certain things that happen where this is the expectation. That was the thing with Southwest, because I've never had a problem with Southwest.
Yeah.
And every time we've had a problem with Southwest, which is, again, less than the number of fingers on my hand, they've either remedied the situation or they've reimbursed us.
Yeah.
Thing about our situation was we hadn't even gotten off the plane.
No.
Before they told them everybody's getting something.
Hey, just go on this
line. They just knew, go in this line, we'll get you taken care of, we'll get set up.
Yeah.
American, they will try to get out of it, bro.
They're the worst. But so that's basically like the one thing I'm nervous about, because I was debating flying out the day before, like the cruise actually leaves, but then I was like, all right, that means I got to get a hotel, the Ubering and all that, and just the cost of that. But basically, I booked a flight that leaves like 6:30 Saturday morning. I'm supposed to get there at 8:30, and luckily it's a nonstop, so I don't have to worry about like any BS. But it's just like, all right.
And when's the ship leave?
So there's the January 18th, so it's 18th to the 26th. My only thing, I'm just like, all right, I need that to not be the week it snows in North Carolina, because it's always that second or third week in January where we get hit with the stupid.
I can already smell it.
Stupid.
Was it yesterday? I was still standing outside. I was like,
"Yep,
we got maybe like 10 days, bro."
Yeah, we about to get hit with one of those days where it snows like 4 or 5 inches, and then the next day it's all gone. Mm-hmm. Which is a nice thing.
Just enough to mess up your flight.
Yep. Because like the last cruise we did, literally the day we left, it had started snowing. Because we drove out like Thursday night, and then Friday morning it started snowing, and everyone was like, we left at the perfect time. But this is the thing with this, it's like, because even if like it starts, basically if like snow is gonna end up being an issue and I decide to drive, I have to make that decision like literally Friday morning, because it's a 12-hour drive. Or at the latest, like midday.
What happened in the second cruise we all went on?
Nah.
I got us a ticket that was supposed to land 2 hours before the ship took off.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, yo, if we get delayed, hit a little couple half-hour delays, we'll be straight. We landed 30 minutes after the ship was supposed to take off, bro. So, airplane mode, right? I ain't texting anybody.
Yeah.
All I know is in my head, the boat's going to be gone, or we're literally going to watch it. We're going to be descending to the airport, and we're going to be watching the boat take off. As soon as we hit the ground, if you remember, it was when their system got shut down.
Oh, yeah.
So that happened to us at the sector, and we were able to get in line, bro. I literally wasn't even thinking about reimbursement at that point. I don't even remember who we flew with. But we were 2.5 hours behind.
Yeah.
Or not 2.5 hours behind. But we were 2.5 hours behind, and it was a half hour after the ship was supposed to leave.
Yeah.
And we were good because their entire system got shut down, and they couldn't process people's, like, I think it was the passports, or whatever, boarding passes, whatever. Bro, that's the luckiest I've ever gotten by far. But we drove once. That second time, I was like, nah, I'm flying.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. Like,
it takes you 5 hours to get to Florida.
Will
it
I
takes
never?
You never 6 or 7 to get down to Miami.
It's like, and this is the thing with it. It's like the driving really is. The drive back sucks, but that's only because like each time I've done it is literally like get off the boat, drive back.
Yeah.
And that's like if I were to, what I would do probably in the future is like stay in a hotel for a night. Yeah. Like at least give myself some like relaxation time, then do that.
Yeah, man.
But no, I'm excited, but definitely like I really want to go to Barcelona. Like go out there, try to catch a Barcelona game, see Messi, because he's still playing at it. Oh, that's another thing. Shout out to Messi winning his 6th Ballon d'Or. I don't French people. Trying to make things complicated. Ballon d'Or. I think it's d'Or. But he's the greatest. He should really have like 10, 12, 15. But he's one of those, he suffers from like when you're so elite, you're so good. Like,
don't give it to somebody else out of boredom.
Yeah, out of boredom, because it's just like, well, we could really give it to you every year. And it's like, well, you should. Like that's if this is for the best player, like you can't take his legacy away from him. It's one of those, you take him out of Barcelona is not like Barcelona. Like he's literally carrying that whole organization, and that's really not a good thing because they're about to be screwed out.
They're supposed to be. They're supposed to have talent.
Yeah, but it's at the end of the day, it's Messi save us. But didn't mean to get into a soccer rant. All right, what's next? Just keep it going, keep it flying.
My bed.
That's
what.
I was confused. I was like, what?
Yeah, so we're talking about travel, bro. Y'all got an 8-day cruise coming up. That's dope.
Yeah,
I'm probably 2020 is the year I'm gonna probably fly straight to an island.
Yeah,
which I'm excited about, man. We took and obviously this is a very spoiled thing to say, but we took a year off, and one of the things that I want to be able to invest into is a regular vacation. And it is a luxury, I'll say. Like I recognize the fact that it's a luxury, but the more and more I watch people that are just like 5, 6, 7 years older than me. Yeah. One thing that like deeply concerns me the more that I have conversation, even with people my age. Like I'm gonna be 30 next year, which is crazy to think about. Yeah. But like listening to mid-30s people say we like not even money. Yeah. They say we just don't have time to go on vacation. Yeah. I'm like, bro, you don't have to go to like Aruba.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get some time, like set some time aside, or just do it in small parts over the course of the year. But to hear people my age or a little bit older just say, I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You gotta do it, man.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. Also, like, because going into this year, like, I'm usually not for the New Year's resolution bullshit and all that. But like going into it, I was just kind of like, nah, like especially. Like December, like last year, December, we had just after getting off the cruise and all that. And I was just like, man, I really want to travel more and all that. And really, because like that's the one thing I really enjoy doing a lot. Like I love meeting new people, just getting indulged in different cultures, even if it's in the US, like you go 6 hours, 7 hours, different area. Like the culture is different and all that. Right. And just, vibing, partying, checking out the area, all that. And so that's my thing for 2019 was just, traveling somewhere at least once a month. And so far I've been able to do that. I got to finish the year off strong. I got to figure out where I'm going to go in December. So probably do something for New Year's and all that. But it's been cool. Like, I've gotten to go to West Virginia, snowboard up there. Yeah. Been to dusty ass Cincinnati a couple times,
Hey, shout out to my Cincinnati.
Got family out there, but just I don't mess with your state.
Yo, did I tell you, bro? I talked to somebody from Cincinnati. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, see, this locks it in. Because even when we were out there, cats from Cincinnati, cats from Columbus were bad mouthing Cleveland. Yeah. That junk entertains me so much, bro. I don't want to hear another word from anybody from Cleveland talking about other people's cities is trash, bro. Yeah. People from your own state trash you.
Yeah. So
I don't want to hear it.
Cincinnati a couple times, done Atlanta a couple times, done Vegas a couple times, which is I've done Vegas 3 times actually. I've never been to Vegas before, but this year I've been to it.
Yeah,
3
I was gonna
times.
say you went 3 times this year.
Yeah, first time was for spring break. Second time, Chris. That's when Chris was doing his trip. I was like, "Yo, you trying to come along?" I was like, "Shoot, all right."
Mm-hmm.
Found a cheap flight, and then this one, the most recent one, was for this festival. So
yeah,
that's been wild. And like, if I could go, especially like with Vegas, because Vegas is really expensive. Like one of the most expensive things. Like Vegas is expensive, like in general, but it helps when you have someone like a place to stay each time going over there, which has been great. But did Vegas, I've done the beach. I've done Miami twice. I've done Miami twice also. That's crazy. And then I think I've done Virginia. So it's been fun. It's been cool. But going back to what you were saying with talking to older people and stuff like that, and it was a podcast or one of the podcasts I was listening to. Basically, they were talking about like, the issues, like one of the issues with vacationing and stuff like that, especially is like a lot of times where it hurts people is like they'll plan this one huge trip. Yeah. And so going into it, you're building up so much excitement. And then once you're on the trip, all you're thinking about is like not wanting it to end. Yeah. But all of it flies by so quick, and then it ends. And it's like, one, you really didn't get to enjoy that whole time. And then now, like, you're just basically thinking till the next big trip and stuff like that. And so like you just, like, there's always gaps when you do huge trips and stuff like that. Or
you think that every trip has to be a big one. Yeah. So it never happened. I told my parents this because my parents had gotten to that place where like they were just coming out of a crazy season. They hit their sweet spot, and they were actually like putting money away. Like, legit putting money away and like doing crazy good financially. Yeah. And they were talking about, we want to do this. After a while, it was like 2 years in a row that I kept hearing, we want to do this, we want to do this. Mm-hmm. I literally called my mom. I was like, book it. Yeah. I don't want to hear our goal is to. I don't want to hear. Book it. Yeah. And then just put in the counter and like go. Yeah. And it's crazy. And it's not like I'm giving my parents advice. This is stuff that I've been told by many people, including my parents. But people they think everything's got to be big, so it never gets done. Like, bro, just especially us here, bro, just go find a house.
It's the Shia LaBeouf Nike ad. Just do it,
bro. Just do it. Just go to the beach for like 3 days, bro. Like you don't have to do anything crazy.
And that's one of the biggest things of it is like really like, and part of like most of the trips like this year. It's been just like spontaneous stuff, and also like most of it I've just handicapped myself where it's just like, shoot, this seems dope, buy the ticket, and it's like, well, got the ticket, now I gotta make it work and stuff like that. And then you at that point it's like unless like, and obviously like you gotta think through the financial part of it and stuff. And
not
like
talking about being stupid.
Yeah, and one of the things like last year I did a great job really. Like last year towards the end of the year, all I was doing was just basically like working, and that's one of the other things. Like people my age, I was just like, oh, like, how do you have all this money to do all this and stuff? It's just like decide, it's just like one, I'm like I got good at saving money. Mm-hmm. Two, it's like I just got 2-3 different hustles, like 2-3 different jobs that I'm always working and stuff like that. Yeah,
saving is an option,
and that's the thing. It's just like I know I want to be able to do this, and this, and so it's like, what do I need to that? All right, I need money. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make it. Like I'm gonna work hard to have this, and this, be able to enjoy this, and that. And so it's just one of those stuff. Like you want to do it, like just go for it. Like go for it, and especially like I don't want to be, because I've done the same. I've talked to like older folks where it's just like, yeah, no, we just don't really have time for that anymore and stuff like that, and it's just like. Sad. It's like hella sad. And I never, that's the one thing, like this is one thing, like I never want to just have it where it's like a daily routine, eat, sleep, repeat, whatever like that. And just like, that's a nice thing with like doing a trip each month this year and like several couple months and all like that. It's just been nice. Like one, there's not that huge buildup of like, oh, I'm really looking to this huge vacation. And then, you're just kind of, like you get to it and then it's finally over like that, and it's just like, well, back to my dull old regular life. It's like, I'm not worried because I was like, oh, there's something exciting coming soon and all that, right. And like just it's been fun in that aspect. But yeah, really just go out there, and that's the other thing. It's just like start off simple, man. Like Asheville's one of the like that's probably where I'm gonna end up going in the next couple of weeks and stuff. Like Asheville is dope as hell. It's like there's areas close to you that are super cool that like just go check it out. Drive there.
Or like
Drive.
start by running the numbers.
Yeah.
One of the things that I got really convicted, not guilty, but I definitely got like convicted of it was like just running the numbers on little stuff. And I'll give you an example. You know, like where we're working right now, we don't get paid anything.
Yeah.
Like we don't get paid anything. But as I've worked the like concessions back there, like we pour beer, we get tips or whatever.
Yeah.
50 weeks. That's taking out 2 weeks out of the year, assuming you don't work for holidays for some odd reason.
Yeah.
Right? Thanksgiving, Christmas. We'll just assume 2 weeks aren't included in there. If you were to save $60 for 50 weeks,
Yeah.
$3,000 cash. I got 180 in tips in 2 weeks at XO Sports World.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And literally, Karen and I was like, hey, look, this is what this is. This is how much I'm getting added onto my check, yada, 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 yada. And obviously, we don't want to mess with it too much because we just bought the house and all the stuff. And Christmas coming up, we want to be able to buy gifts, yada, all the stuff, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah.
$3,000, 60 a week. If you're in a place where you can just put 60 a week aside, 365 days from now, you will be able to go on any vacation you want to go on and not swipe your card. Like think about that. 3,000 cash. If I spend $60 a week between now and because we're already a month in, between now and the middle of November next year.
Yeah.
For my birthday / anniversary week.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes you just gotta like run the numbers, and you realize, holy crap, it's not as hard.
Yeah, or like one of the things I was doing is like I was working multiple working multiple jobs. I got good at like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, whenever I bartended, it was like whenever like I got paid from that, I always set $20 aside. I always saved that, and I didn't save it in my bank account or whatever. Like I just kept it like in my backpack or something, like somewhere in my house or somewhere in my room, set that aside. And that was basically like when time to go on a trip or whatever I was doing, like I used that money for my spending money for like, and it was great because it's just like, get back, like I'm hardly touching my bank account, like my savings in my bank account, and going off whatever I got in my checking, and then also whatever I've saved up. So it's just little stuff like that. And also like one of the things that kills people a lot is just like eating out. Like,
oh my God, dude.
Eating out, like
guilty.
Bro, like you do the numbers on eating out.
Oh, it's
like,
painful, bro.
Each like say the average meal is like $7-8, right? If you like, unless like that's like if you're eating fast food a lot, it's like maybe $5 or $6. But like even if like you're eating out at a restaurant and stuff like that, you're averaging around $10 to $12. Like when you put 2 of those meals you eat out, that's like $22 worth of groceries. That could last you a week. All it is, and that's one of the things like when I first moved out, that was one of the first things, luckily, like that I picked up on early, where it's just like, and it was great living like with Trevor and Logan because they were both like, you know, good with the cooking and like not eating out as much, and so it helped me like get into that routine also. But it was just became better at that and like I haven't done a great job of it as much the past few weeks, but that like kind of you get caught up with all the traveling and stuff, but kind of getting back into the routine. And all it is really because it is like it's hard because I get those cravings where I'm just like, oh, man,
I need something else.
Yeah, like that was hitting me on the way back from the soccer game now because it was like leaving the venue and it was 10 p.m. I'm like, all right, I ain't ate anything. Let me just swing by McDonald's. Like, nah.
Well, because like 12, home, like $12 3 times a week. That's $36 a week.
Yeah,
$72 per paycheck, bro.
Yeah,
like that's almost $150.
Yeah,
per month. At one point post college, I was spending $200 a month on eating out, and I was like, bro, that like it is just. It's just crazy, man.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can do stuff for fun too. Like I went on Amazon and the object because I wanted to be cute and fun, whatever. So I was looking for a piggy bank, and it would be like the Bahamas piggy bank.
Yeah.
I came across this thing, which is if physical seeing it in front of you helps. It was perfect because we'll just kind of like save. and it not be a bit. We don't really need a piggy bank.
Yeah.
I found it's a freaking steel box with a slot in it, no plug, like no. So literally.
So you don't even see how much is in it or
no,
anything? Yeah.
No. People were looking at the questions on Amazon. People were like, so how you take money out? And people were literally answering, where you can't. And if you open it, you're breaking it. Break it. It's a one-time use. It's specifically for big goals. So I bought one, bro. Dope. It's literally a steel box with a slot in it.
Yeah.
Then you just throw money in. And you can like have a like piece of paper or a notebook to like keep track of whatever. Yeah. But you're not getting it out.
Yeah.
Thing costs $30.
Yeah.
So it's not like 2 months in, you're like, oh, I want to break it. Like you spent $30 on it.
That's a good while.
It was, and it's dope. Like it's on my desk. Like it looks dope. It's got the little logo and stuff on there, or whatever.
Yeah.
But it actually frustrated me because I'm not a saving guru. Mm-hmm. But it made me mad at myself to run the numbers and think about, oh, this is not even hard. This is just a decision.
Yeah. And
you just decide.
And that's part of it. It's just like with anything, like working out, eating healthy or anything. It's just like once you get in the routine of it, like it just comes easy and like you're already planning ahead with it.
My alarm for the gym goes off in 4 hours.
Oh, bro,
it's 12:40.
You might have to cancel that workout.
No, bro. I already told him. I signed up for it already, bro.
Oh yeah.
The only good part about it is that they're short. They're like 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, you got that, bro. Got that. Go back home, take a little nap, come to work at 12:30, and you could just basically.
No, I'm blessed. The only so it's bittersweet because I go Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm off Monday. Tuesday, I don't have to come into work till 4.
Yeah.
Thursday, I don't have to come into work till 4. The only downside is it really screws up my sleep schedule because I want to go home and sleep until like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then I'm up late. And then I'm up late, 4, right? And then I'm, my alarm goes off at 4 or 4:30, the whole thing. But yeah, you're right. It's with anything, and if anything, it's not even like I have this knowledge now. I want to, imbue other people now with my knowledge. It's more of just like every time I think about it, I get mad at myself. Like I think about high school me. Yeah. Because I was working at 17. Yeah. I think about all that money is gone. Like it's gone. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, this wasn't even. I had no bills. What was I spent? And I was either eating out or buying some dumb stuff. I had no bills, and I was letting $300 a month, $370, $400 a month, just disappear. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, sickening.
That was one of the things that did actually help me during high school because living at home and stuff like that. Like I saved up because like the first car I ever bought, I bought it straight with my own money because like I just saved up so much.
The Mazda.
Yeah. It was actually the Saturn before that. Good old Saturn.
Oh, bro, you were not lying.
Yeah. It was a Saturn, then the Mazda.
What cracked me up was driving past when we were rolling to work at the same time. Is I could always identify that gray Mazda because you had that black bumper.
Oh yeah, the black bumper. Black bumper. Mama, we made it. I like that Mazda a lot though because it got that speed. It was like shoom.
Bro, I remember
it hit that it was nice because it was small and all, but that thing flew. That thing flew. I like since I've had the Camry, I don't think I've gotten pulled over for a ticket yet. I used to get pulled over all the time in the Mazda. Just because that joint, I just be over here, you're like driving, and like I look down, it's like, dang, I'm doing 80 and a 50. Whoa.
Oh, no.
Okay, maybe not that extreme, but I was always like at least 10, 15 miles over the speed limit.
I'm telling you, bro. I remember when you rolled up in the Camry for the first time, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That was, I had some bro happiness, bro. I was like, let's
nice.
Let's get
that was nice.
That was nice. Unfortunately, I'm just trying to get through the winter.
Yeah.
Because one of the worst things in the world financially is having to get a new car.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When you're ready, it's great.
Yeah.
When you're ready, it's
great. Oh yeah. When you're planning for it, it's great. When you're forced to,
yes, bro. Nah. And I wish my car could understand. I wish my car was a living thing because I would be able to tell it thank you.
Yeah.
Because it has
listen what you put me through.
Yeah. No, I can tell it thank you.
Yeah.
Because this past year, bro, my car has been a soldier, an absolute soldier this last year. If you could get, and so you talk about saving. In 2020, I'm trying to take my wife to the Bahamas and get a car in 2020. So you boys is having to keep it tight.
Yeah.
And look, man, and we got all the food around us.
Oh yeah.
In our new spot, we got all
yeah.
this freaking food.
Nah, yeah.
I was like, bro, this is the devil. The Lord is tempting me. But yeah, no, it sucks and it's great because it's like it is a decision with a gym, with saving, whatever.
Yeah,
and we were talking about travel, like please, bro, don't get yourself into a place where like I just came out of a place.
Just don't be complacent. That's all it is.
And
just
look,
don't be complacent
and
it's one of those things. It's not even like traveling. It's just like just have something like you enjoy. Like I think traveling should like leaving where you are, your normal environment, and just seeing somewhere else. Man. Even just going 30 minutes, an hour away, like it does such. Bro,
you don't have to spend $3,000 to go on a vacation.
Yeah, it just does huge, like it's just huge benefit for you, and like it's a great way to like clear space, clear your head, and really just feel rejuvenated and stuff. And when you come back, like you're good and you're ready to go, and like it's all part of like, you know, taking care of yourself. Like that aspect of it ties into your mental health, physical health, all that, and you know, just
I'm trying to be mentally sound.
Yeah.
And I understand.
I don't want to live for like the big moments and stuff like that. I want to have like things to look forward to all the time and stuff like that. And like make it happen for yourself. Like next year, like 2020, like I'm low key a little stressed because it's gonna be like I'm officially like I'm gonna be 26 in January, so I'm gonna be off my mom's like health insurance now.
It's
so I gotta
figure. Talk about hitting different.
Like I gotta figure that out. Gotta start paying these student loans and all that stuff, and like you know, like it's gonna be a little more strain on the budget, but it's like, hey, we gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen, baby. Like I just dropped like $200 on some snowboard gear and stuff that I need and all because I'm like, I don't care what happened, I'm still gonna go out here and hit the powder.
That's what's so cool about like the impending doom, because I think that's what happens is like. Because even with the house, there was some of that. Yeah. Where you're going from spending an amount, which is what you budget for a townhome or an apartment, whatever. Yeah. And then there's the mortgage, and you're like, ooh. Oh God, right? And there's that. So they're like with you, like it's the health insurance. Yeah. Is the other stuff that's coming, like student loans, right? Yeah. But what's cool is you look at all the stuff you were able to do in 2019, and you go, oh, we don't even have to cut it out. We just cut it back. Yeah. You just can't do as much. Yeah, you don't have to cut it out. You cut it back. And that was so cool about it's crazy how little stuff will change. Yeah. I remember when I finally got my freaking employee code and I was getting my little old extra $177 per paycheck. But that's $350 a month. Yeah. And to know that difference. That's massive. Yeah. Right? That's massive. And I'll say this too, retroactively. $60 might not be possible for everybody. Some of us is really grinding out here, okay? Yeah. And this is why we say you don't have to go to the Caribbean. This is why why we say you don't have to go across country. But one of the coolest things I ever heard somebody we both used to work with say is he was like, "Well, I'm taking the next 5 days off," and I was like, "Oh, where are you going?" And literally he was like, "Nowhere."
Just chilling.
I'm just gonna be at home. Yeah. And that was my first like real lesson because this was like. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it was my first real lesson. Like, oh shoot, because I don't know where all y'all work. Yeah, but Ben and I have both worked in a place where like you almost feel bad, or you're made to feel bad. If you take some, yes, bro, yes. My previous job, there was a little bit of that, and it's so. And what sucked about it is I learned it at the place before that. So when you say no. You know, sometimes people will make you feel like you don't care. Yeah. Or they'll say, or they'll think you don't care.
You're not all in. You're not committed.
You and your people's health is number one, man. Like at least, and if it's not number one, it's definitely over your job.
It should be up there.
It's over your job. Mm-hmm. That's for darn sure. Mm-hmm. So, and not everybody's in a place where they can just leave and take vacation. Just know we want y'all to be healthy. We want y'all to be able to listen to the pod. That's all we're saying.
We enter in a new decade, man.
Yeah, bro, 2020.
2020, we out here looking self-care. Beyond with self-care. That's it. 2020, self-care. We out here, bro. Look good, feel good.
Oh
Be
man.
good, think good, act good. We
I
out
knew.
here.
So this is how I knew, and this will be the last thing I
I
say
don't know
about this.
how this became an inspirational
I
pod
know.
real quick, real
Look,
quick.
bro.
We just out here. We looking out for y'all.
I know,
Looking out
man.
for y'all.
I know,
Man.
if
Ending the
you,
year off.
yeah,
Right.
man. Look, 22. That's what I'm, bro. I've thought about this, bro. This is how I be like, man, God is good in advance, like in advance of things happening, because not everything happens the way you plan it.
Yeah.
But there's some, man. I'm telling you, bro. It's gonna be lit, man. And I don't know where everybody is right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right, bro.
Yeah.
Keep grinding, bro. Keep grinding. Keep doing your thing.
And that's like been the thing for me as like this year's coming to the end and like all this stuff like impending doom. It seems like, with the all right, got to start figuring out this insurance stuff. All right, got to start paying these student loans and all this stuff. And that's like I'm the quick to like immediately all this stuff start happening, like coming up, and like I hit quick immediate panicking, but it's like a short period of panicking, and then after that it's just like, all right, screw it, got to figure out like what it like.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, one of the biggest things for me this year was like, for the past 3 years or whatever, we were living in this townhouse. It was like with 2 other roommates and stuff. And then out of the bloom, the owners of the townhouse were like, yeah, we decided to sell the joint.
That just stressed me out,
and
bro.
that, like, it was probably the most stressful month I ever had in a while. But it was just like stressed about it like the first few days or whatever. And it's just like, all right, I got to get out of this place. And so like stressing out about it's not going to do me any good. Just got to figure it out. Go from there. So, there's some what seems like impending doom coming up 2020, but it's also a bunch of exciting stuff I'm looking forward to. And yeah, bro, just like one of the great things that like with this just kind of like the next 3 weeks or whatever, it's basically gonna be a reflection of like we towards the end of the year and stuff. So you're gonna be getting a lot of this, but like through the traveling and all that, it's also helped me become really like okay with just being alone, being by myself.
Oh my god!
Because like for the biggest time, like through high school and early on in college, I suffered with FOMO bad, and that was just one of those where like I always just had to be with friends or always had to be with people like that, and it's great because like no, I enjoy the company of others and stuff like that. But also that's one of the other things where it handicaps you a lot when you get older, because a lot of times what happens is like you'll want to do something. It's like, man, I want to go to a trip. I want to go, or even something simple like I want to go see this movie or stuff like that. And then you'll reach out to your friends like, I don't want to do this, or I can't do it, or I don't have the money and stuff like that.
Or when we went through for a season, people just move.
Oh yeah, or that, like,
right?
Yeah, like Trevor moving last year, like hit, like he was one of my best friends and all that, but he was the dude that like we did, like I was doing anything, whether it was like a mud run or like a different festival or stuff like that. Like he was always like, yep, I'm down. Let's go. Let's do that. And like most recently, like I suffered another loss. What feels like was like with Tyrone, because like I had like gotten Tyrone to be at that point where he was just down for whatever, and it was like great. Like went to something in the waters earlier this year. Talked him into going with it, and he loved it. But he's off in the Navy now, and so that's like another bummer now where I'm just like, dang, like don't have that person there. But it's also still cool because it's just like you want to do something, just go do it. Just go do it. Ask somebody, try to get someone to come do it with you. But if nobody, everyone's like, nah, I don't want to, I don't feel like it. All right, straight. Go see that movie by yourself. Go to that concert by yourself.
So when it comes to movies, I learned that from you.
Yeah.
I'll go to movies by myself.
And that's the other thing with movies is like, you there to watch the screen for 2-3 hours. You hardly interact.
And then you get what? And then you get what? Like 5 minutes after the movie, everybody like talking about it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Unless you guys are like hanging out the rest of the night or like grabbing dinner beforehand. It's just like there's really maybe 15 to 20 minutes of actual interaction with the person, because you dang as hell better not be talking throughout the movie and stuff. Like you might be nudging a person or something like that because but that, like for the most part, you're just focusing in on the screen and stuff like that. And
it's gotten to the point now where I've literally have to plan for alone time. Yeah. And this is one of the reasons why my sleep schedule is so screwed up. So like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I come home at 10. I cannot come home from work and go to bed. Yeah. Because what happens is, especially if I have to get up and be somewhere or get up and be at work. Yeah. That's how I get burned out. If I feel like I'm going to work, going to sleep, and then rinse, repeat, I get burned out like that.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is I'll come home from work and I literally have to be by myself for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Before I even go to bed.
Yeah. Just have that.
And it's like built in. And anytime, it's crazy because as social as I am, the times where I get burnt out, the times when I realize, or the stretches of time where I realize I didn't give time to myself. Yeah. Like, it's nuts, man. It's just interesting. To
and like, you might think you extroverted or very outgoing and stuff like that until like you just do something by yourself, and then you feel that pressure and stuff. Yeah, like, but it's also great because like it helps you, like forces you out of your bubble, because everyone, like most people that meet me think I'm a super extroverted, outgoing person and stuff like that. But it's like, nah, like for the most part, I'm like fairly quiet and stuff, like especially around people I don't know and stuff like that. Like if I don't know you from the get go, it's like, nah, I don't trust. Like I got trust issues. I don't trust anybody, just anybody and stuff like that. Like I don't just let anyone into my circle or anything like that. It's like I take like that gradual period of getting to know you and stuff like that, and then like building that trust. Like okay, I can mess with you, type of thing. But yeah, that's one of the cool things. Like when I went to Miami, I stayed in a hostel, and it was just like I was there, but like Fred was supposed to be with me, but like his job screwed him over last minute, so he didn't end up coming. So I was just like, all right, cool, I'm about to make it work, and like immediately met this dude from Switzerland, super cool, and we basically became like good friends and just hung out with him most of the time there, and met some other people, and it's really cool. Like you just
shout out Fred,
like, yeah. So yeah, do stuff by yourself, have that time, and don't let the reason you don't do something be because it's like, I can't get anyone to come do it with me.
Right.
And there's some stuff obviously like, and that also is obviously different for ladies because like y'all just men ain't shit, so y'all got a lot more different social
y'all got stuff to worry about
and all that. But as far as like for the fellas, just like, yo, go out there, do things.
Bro, take care of yourself.
Yeah, take care of yourself.
Oh,
bro.
My gosh.
2020, man.
Pimps
don't cry. Pimps don't cry. We just shed a tear, bro. Show a little emotion, dog. You know, it's all good. Everybody got a little light skin in them. We all Drakes.
Rub some lotion on them emotions, bro.
Yeah, rub some lotion on them emotion. Yo, take care. Play that Drake one time, bro.
Oh,
Drake made it cool. Drake made it cool to
cups full of rose.
Drake made it cool to be a little emotional, bro. People still out here hating on Drake, but they go home and cry themselves to some Drake. It's all good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Everybody light skin in 2020.
Let's go.
Everybody light skin in 2020. Here. Everybody showing a little emotion. But
oh my gosh.
Man. First pod in over 2 months.
When you post this, I might retweet this more than once. It's gonna get multiple captions.
Yeah, like, this is like basically 2 episodes.
Can we break? We gonna have to do that. I mean, like,
nah, we just go.
Because we've been going.
Well,
we've been going for a smooth 2 hours.
2 hours. I might have to. But it's gonna be hard to find that like split point because it was just like we hit a dramatic switch on.
We had a $1.47?
Yeah.
God.
$1.47. $1.47. First hour was just basically catch up of all the stuff that happened in the past hour. But it's been dope. Nah, I enjoyed it. I missed it. And I'm guaranteeing it the next 3 weeks.
3 weeks, man. 100%.
We're going to make it happen.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. Even if I go anywhere or whatever, even if it's just a 30-minute episode. And with the next 3 weeks or so.
Well, I will say this. Christmas is in exactly 3 weeks, and Christmas is on a Wednesday, so we're gonna make something happen.
We gonna adjust that one a little different.
we're gonna make it happen.
We gonna get you. We might record 2 in like the week before, or like we'll record like a few days out. I don't know. We
committed 3 episodes before the end of 2019.
Yeah,
we do that.
Look, it's the end of it's the end of 2019, and it's also the end of the decade. And one of the things I want to do is we're going to be going through kind of just highlighting our favorite things for the past decade, which that's going to be so difficult because like there's just because like Drake dropped his first album in 2010 and he's dropped like 6-7 since. And
what's crazy is, and we it might have to just be the whole episode, because when I think about this, we might have to do just like 5 per category, or like 3 per category.
Yeah.
Like music, top three, our top
Yeah,
three moments
yeah.
from the decade, and then like sports, whatever. Because even now, as I think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're gonna do our
Just-
top three and then
yeah.
just honor like top 3 or 5. Top 5 I think will be good. Top 5, 3 to 5, and then we'll do honorable mentions and then kind of just keep it moving. We'll time ourselves, set a clock up, and then keep going.
90 minutes time.
Yeah, but it's gonna be good. Yo, if you've listened this long, you're a real
Bro,
one.
you- for
Appreciate
real.
y'all. Culture Discourse podcast. It's been too long, 2 months. It's felt like 2 years, but we're back doing this, enjoying it. And 2020, we're gonna come back strong with this, get back into a daily routine. You know, it's been crazy schedule with, like we mentioned, Lindell moving, lost the mic, lost one of the microphones and all that. Literally drove.
Bro, I was sick. I thought for sure.
Yeah.
I thought for sure we weren't gonna record tonight, bro. With this USB cord.
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah. Every time. The devil stayed trying to hold us down. Devil still trying to
already
always
happened
messing.
once because you came to the house.
Yep.
You came to the brand new house.
Yep.
We couldn't find the microphone.
Devil a lie. Don't let that man get y'all. Don't let that man get
Listen,
y'all.
hey, you can't ever say
He
we
gonna
don't
say you
love
can't
y'all.
do it.
Look,
But God said, I got you.
Look,
got
you can't say
fam.
we don't love y'all. The time is now 1:01 a.m.
101. And I'm
Yes,
probably
sir.
going to be up for another 2 hours because
That-
I still got to shower, eat dinner.
Bro, I'm probably.
And then at that point, I always hit a second win. So I'm like, all right, let me knock out a couple
Second
episodes
win.
of The Office.
I might not go to sleep, man. I might just stay up, power through this workout, and then it's gonna it's gonna suck because I'm gonna come home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get home at literally. Let's see, class starts at 5:30, ends at 6:15. I'm gonna get home about 6:45, and I'm literally just gonna sleep
to go to work
for about 7 hours.
Yeah, just get home, eat a huge meal, and then sleep till then. That's for me. I know it's about to be rough because I work at 8:30 to like 12:30, and then I'm doing a bartending event that's from 3 p.m. to like 4 a.m.
Ooh, hey, that tip.
Wait,
wait,
yeah,
wait, is
it's
it like a what is it? What is it?
I don't even know. I don't
What?
even know.
Wait, like at first I was thinking, oh, this is like a wedding.
It's
but
just
then I was like,
no,
wait,
it's just with
wait.
this it's got to be like a Christmas party or something like that. That's but yeah, it's a 3 p.m.
my
till
God.
it's a 10-hour. Well, it's a 10
Y'all need help?
for real.
Listen,
I just like because I got this app that like they post up different. Like I used to work with them a while back, and then I just kind of kept it because it's like great side money.
Yeah.
And I like pick up any bartending shifts they post, but I saw that one, and it's like, all right, yeah, I'll do that. Because I basically with like Black Friday and then just coming off that trip, I was like, I need to recoup some money real quick. So I'm doing that one. Yeah. So it's basically like I'm working 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Then I'm going to do that bartending shift from like 3 p.m. till like, I think it's like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh my
and then I picked up another one for Friday that's like 5. That one's 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. That one's the one till 4 a.m. Which that one got to be a wedding. But I thought it would got to be a wedding, but I'm like, what wedding goes until 4 a.m.?
Unless it's like similar to kind of like our friend group. There's the group of people that's gonna leave at like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
But even then,
I'm super.
Like 4 a.m.
I'm super intrigued. I'm low-key excited because that sounds dope as hell. Like it sounds like it's gonna be fun because whatever event you're working that goes till 3-4 a.m. It's not like gonna be some old dudes there. Like it's got to be litty.
Close at 2.
Yeah, it's got to be litty.
4.
So,
yeah, that's crazy.
Like it's either gonna be really fun or it's gonna really suck. But it'll be dope. But hey, we used to this. We used to running on.
I'm pretty sure we just
sleep.
added 10 minutes on to after when we said if you've listened to this point, you're a real one.
Yeah, so still a real one.
If you've listened to this point,
you're the
realest.
Real one. Real one.
Nah, we're just excited to be back, man.
Yeah, it's
been too long.
Also got this new microphone. It sounds crispy over here. It sounds crisp. It sounds nice.
I'm looking forward to hearing the audio.
Nice. It pick up like every little subtle noise, so we just gotta be careful.
I'm over here zipping my zipper, and I'm like,
yeah. Oh no, I hear that. I hear it comes clear and concise. So that's why when you were like, doing that earlier.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, bro. I was trying to wave you. I was like, hey, bro.
I know.
I'm hearing all that.
And it took me a second, but I was like, dang, I know he hears that.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, but it's all good. Culture Discourse Podcast. Appreciate y'all listening.
Yes,
like I was saying, 2020, new year. We're gonna get back into the routine of doing this weekly. I mentioned before something coming with the blog. I actually got that going up and live.
Let's freaking
Culture
go.
Discourse. Let me. So it is. Oh no, that
look at that.
It ain't. That ain't. Wait. Hold on. I forgot. It's been so long. I forgot the name of the website.
Oh yeah, Wix.
Yeah, I built it on Wix.
Yes, sir.
Dang.
I'm about to build somebody a website through Wix.
Yeah, Wix compared to WordPress. WordPress is like Stone Ages, bro.
Because WordPress cornered the market early, and then they got outgrown.
Yeah,
they got paced. They got lapped.
They not creative at all.
They got lapped.
They junk is janky. But let me pull it up real quick. Looking all nice and crisp over here. Oh yeah.
Look at that jug, bruh.
Yeah.
Y'all can't see it, but it looks fresh.
It looks nice. We still got the advertisement and all that because the money ain't come through, to like pay for the full year. But we might pull the plug on that one of these days. We first got to start writing on it more consistent. But that's one of the other things.
Oh God, we start making money off of this. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Hey!
Also, me and Lindell need to do a little photo shoot because we got some dusty old photos.
What is that even from? Is that
from
big
camp.
stuff?
That was from the Nashville camp.
Oh yeah.
In case you're wondering what we're talking about, I just pulled up the website and one of the first I wrote like a welcome blog post, and
you put that up there.
The only photo I could find of me and him that's most recent, it was just like of summer camp.
That's Wilderness in the Smokies?
Yeah, of a summer camp we worked together
God.
like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah,
so
bro. Oh Lord.
It's funny, but yeah, this site and the way it's built with Wix is really dope. I like the layout of it. I got one blog on there that I wrote
Pelinka
back in September talking about Rob Pelinka, and especially with the way the Lakers season's played out now, he especially needs credit. And it's the article is time to give Rob his credit. So check it out. It is culturediscourse.wixsite.com. I'll post the link to it in our Twitter page also, but that's the next thing. That's like I said, the past couple months have been a little crazy, but that's one thing I want to get back into again, start writing, and I'm gonna start piecing together some more blogs, just little shorter ones and longer ones also. The Rob Pelinka one was a little longer, but just we trying to build our own thing here, so we're gonna do it our way. If you like it, cool. If you don't, hey, it's not for everybody, but for the people that follow it, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
And also, like I said, if you want to get involved with all this, what we doing, like we building our own thing, but we also want our friends and homies to be a part of it. So just reach out, whether you want to be on the blog or like whether you want to be on the podcast, or, if you do a little dabble in the little writing and you got something you think might be interesting, because we got our perspective, and we the melatonins over here and stuff like that. So if we got
very degrees of
if we got our bright skinned brothers on the other side that want to chime in,
we still gotta get this man Kerry Ray want to be on the podcast so bad.
Man.
We gotta get we gotta get our dusty Ohio representative on the horn.
Our representative from Dusty Cincy needs to come on the podcast. I feel like we haven't gotten canceled for anything, but as soon as he come on, we just that's about it. Like,
I'm telling you,
the most wildest episode we've probably had yet is when we had Tyrone on, and when we did the duo with Kyle and Manny, and also when we've had Devin Smith.
That
on,
was fire though.
Those were all dope. Those were all dope. But
bro,
Kerry Ray,
this man
that's gonna be
had the nerve. Every time, we've said it on the podcast, every time we go up to
Ohio. He just love hot takes. He gonna piss us off.
Every time we go up to Ohio, we got breathing problems.
Yep.
This man had the nerve. We walking up to Burlington. This man had the nerve to check his phone to tell us that, Google says that, or weather.com says the air quality in Cincinnati is excellent. We literally stopped in our tracks and looked behind us, and the whole freaking town was yellow haze,
You just
bro.
see a cloud like in the old westerns, where it's just like a.
Pretty soon, Carrie gonna look like old dude from Star Wars with the dust mask on, bro.
Yep.
So yeah, we gotta get some people on.
My lungs ain't recovered since that trip, bro. I'm still over here struggling. I'm still coughing up. Coughing up mucus and all dirt, like just.
I got one nostril. I'm pretty sure just doesn't work.
Yeah, it took 5 years off my lungs. The 5 days I was there. A year a day. It's crazy. It'd be like that.
As soon as you leave, you start to clear up. You be like, yeah, that's how I know it's the city too.
Bro, as soon as we got in the air, touchdown, it was like,
oh God.
It was like I got revived. I was like, oh.
But for real though,
this what life feel like?
But for real though, your boy got to go.
Oh yeah. Nah, I'm sorry.
I can do this forever.
No, you good. So, Culture Discourse Podcast. Appreciate y'all listening this far.
Always,
y'all real
bro.
ones.
Always.
We back. Ayy.
We'll see y'all next week.
It's Liddy. Follow us on Twitter at C Discourse Pod. I'm at Thundercat Felix. Why Thundercat Felix? Don't worry about it. Mind your own business.
Yeah. Hey, at Chase Actually, I be turning up on Twitter, bro. I'm on Twitter way more than I am Instagram. Don't even worry about Instagram.
Don't worry about Instagram. Like, I post about 2-3 times a year.
Instagram
but
just Thoughtsville.
Instagram, everybody, just fake selves and all that.
Everybody trying to get a contract. Everybody trying to get
everybody trying to go to the league. It's all good. It's all good.
That's
why I only post when I got a really good photo and boy looking extra cute and all that.
Kidding, bro. Like, hey, bro, I take all that back in case I have to use Instagram for a client, bro.
No, I mess with Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's all cool. Like I like that.
You see, they finally put the Instagram. Brought to you by Facebook joint at the bottom. You see that now?
No, I did not.
Yeah, bro, they came in like we didn't know.
Yeah,
we pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, at Chase Actually.
Yeah,
at Thundercat Felix.
Yeah, at C Discourse Pod.
Yes.
And then culturediscourse.wix WIX site.com. That's the new blog.
Yes, sir.
And that's gonna be popping in 2020. A lot of fun stuff in store.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteeing you 3 more episodes by the end of the year.
Yes.
We're going to be taking a look back at the 2019 as a whole, and then the last decade, giving you some of our favorite moments, all that stuff. One of my favorite hashtags right now is Twitter Moments of the Decade.
Yes.
If you're on Twitter,
bringing back memories.
Just like I spent like 2 hours, like an hour on Friday, just going through the whole hashtag and just dying. It's so funny, and you forget how much has happened, and because it's been a lot. But appreciate y'all listening. Lindell needs to get on out of here because he got another 30-minute drive home.
It was really. I will say this: I took 4 minutes off a 27-minute drive. I was proud as hell. Of myself,
yeah, you gonna be good this one though.
Blaze this thing.
Nobody about to be on that road. You gonna be straight. You gonna make it home in 20 minutes. You good? Yeah. Appreciate y'all listening. We outie. Yes, sir.